Dear students, let us see now geometry. First we can see the definitions. Line. What is a line? A line extends along both directions without any end. See, this is a line. It can extend this side or this side. We can stretch as far as possible. There are 2 points A and B, so we denote this line as AB. See the top up above the AB, there is a line with both sides arrow mark. This means that it can be extended on both sides. It does not have any end, so this is a line. Next, what is a line segment? A line segment has 2 end points. A line doesn't have any end, but a line segment has 2 end points A, B. And the symbol for this is AB. See the top, there is no arrow mark, so AB is a line segment. Next, what is a ray? A ray is a line that starts from a point A and extends without any end in a particular direction passing through B, which is denoted by AB. See the top there? One side it has an end, and the other side there is an arrow mark. So this side it can be extended. From this point you can extend this side or this side or this side. Like that, one side there will be an end point and another side you can extend as far as possible. And this is AB. We denote it by the symbol AB. See the top? One line with the one side arrow mark. This is known as a ray. Next, parallel lines. What are parallel lines? Children, you might have seen railway tracks. The railway tracks will have two straight tracks, two straight iron rods, which does not intersect with each other. They won't meet at all. Like that, the parallel lines will be two straight lines and will never intersect each other. Two lines M and N are parallel if they never intersect each other, and this is denoted as M parallel, and this parallel is a symbol for parallel lines. Next, what are intersecting lines? When two lines have a common point, they are called intersecting lines, and this common point is called the point of intersection. See, these two lines, they intersect at this point. This point is known as point of intersection. This line M and this line L, they are intersecting at this point of intersection. This point is known as where they meet is known as point of intersection. Next, what are collinear and non-collinear points? If 3 or more points lie on the same line, see A, B, C are 3 points, they lie on the same line, and so they are known as collinear points. If they don't lie on the same line, see this P and Q are lying on the line, but R is lying here. So these are known as non-collinear points. If 2 or 3 or more points lie on the same line, then they are said to be collinear points, and if they don't lie on the same line, they are known as non-collinear points. Next, we can see about angles. When is an angle formed? An angle is formed when two rays diverge from a common point. Diverge means it will go this side like that. Converge means they will together coincide. But here they diverge from a common point. See here, this is a common point. This point is known as a vertex. These are two arms of the angle. This is going this side and this is going this side. The rays forming an angle, these are known as rays, and while coming to an angle we say it as arms. The rays, but we have seen already this is a ray because it has an end point and it extends in one direction. So these two are rays, but when you are defining an angle we say it as arms. The rays forming an angle are called the arms of the angle, and this common point is called the vertex of the angle. What are the different types of angles? We have many different types of angles. First, we can see what is an acute angle. An acute angle means it will be less than 90 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 55 degrees. These are all acute angles. See, this is an acute angle. 90 degrees means it will be a straight line like this. Below this are all known as acute angles. This is an angle 45 degrees, which is an acute angle. Next, right angle. What is a right angle? A right angle is an angle which has exactly 90 degrees. It will be L-shaped like this, and we mark it like this. This is known as right angle. It will be exactly 90 degrees. Next, what is an obtuse angle? Obtuse angle will be greater than 90 degrees, but it will be less than 180 degrees, 100 degrees, 110, 120, 135. These are all obtuse angles. See this has 130 degrees. This is an obtuse angle. So obtuse angle will be greater than 90 but less than 180 degrees. Next, what is a straight angle? Straight angle will be exactly 180 degrees. See, this is a straight angle. It has exactly 180 degrees. Next, what is a reflex angle? Reflex angle will be greater than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. 200, 210, 235, 240. These are all reflex angles. See, this side it will be, this is 240 degrees. This is a point. These are two rays. that is 2 arms, and this angle is 240 degrees. This is known as reflex angle. Next, what are complementary angles? When we take two angles, if the sum of these two angles equals to 90 degrees, then they are known as complementary angles. See, this angle is 35 degrees, this angle is 55 degrees. When you add both these, you will get 90 degrees. So this 35 and 55 degrees are known as complementary angles. We can say like this: 35 degrees is a complementary of 55 and 55 degrees is a complementary angle of 35 degrees. Next, what are supplementary angles? If two angles, the sum is equal to 180 degrees, then they are known as supplementary angles. See here, 70 degrees, 110 degrees. When you add both these, you will get 180 degrees. So 70 degrees is said to be the supplementary angle of 110 degrees, and 110 degrees is said to be the supplementary angle of 70 degrees. Next is zero angle, an angle that measures 0 degrees. You don't have two rays at all. Both the lines will be coinciding on one above the other. Then there is no angle between them. Then that angle is known as zero angle. Next, what are adjacent angles? Two angles which have a common vertex and a common arm. See, this is a common arm whose interiors do not overlap. Overlap means one above the other. Do not overlap are called adjacent angles. So adjacent angle should satisfy three conditions. One is there should be a common vertex, then there should be a common arm, then the interiors should not overlap. Then these angles are known as adjacent angles. See here, angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent angles. The common vertex is O, the common arm is OB, and this interior of 1 and 2 does not overlap each other. Angle 1 and 2 are adjacent angles. O is a common vertex, OB is a common arm, OA and OC are two arms. See this diagram. Here what are the adjacent angles? 1 and 2 are adjacent angles. 2 and 3 are adjacent angles. But 1 and 3 are not adjacent. Why they are not adjacent angles? They do not have a common arm. 1 is here, 3 is here. In between there are two rays, B and C. OB, OC, there are two arms. So they don't have a common arm. So angle 1 and angle 3 are not adjacent angles. But angle 1 and 2 are adjacent. Angle 2 and 3 are adjacent angles. Next, linear pair of angles. When we have two adjacent angles that are supplementary means when you add both, they will be equal to 180 degrees. Then they are called linear pair of angles. See here, this is a straight line. The angle in a straight line is 180 degrees. So when you add angle 1 and angle 2, it will be equal to 180 degrees. So these two angles are known as linear pair of angles. See here, the sum of all the angles formed at a point on a straight line is 180 degrees. See, this is a straight line. A straight line will have 180 degrees. So all these three added together will give you 180 degrees. Angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degrees. The sum of all the angles formed at a point on a straight line. The sum of all the angles formed at a point on a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. Next, the sum of all angles at a point is 360 degrees. See this point. Here there is angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. If you add all the 4 points, it will be equal to 360 degrees. Therefore, the sum of all angles at a point is equal to 360 degrees. Next we can see vertically opposite angles. What are vertically opposite angles? When two lines intersect each other, there will be adjacent angles. Angle 3 and angle 4 are adjacent. Angle 2 and angle 3 are adjacent. Angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent. Angle 1 and angle 4 are adjacent angles. What about angle 1 and 3? What about angle 2 and 4? Angle 1 and 3 are said to be vertically opposite angles. Angle 2 and 4 are said to be vertically opposite angles. I'll tell again, listen. 1 and 2 are adjacent angles. 2 and 3 are adjacent angles. 3 and 4 are adjacent angles. 4 and 1 are adjacent angles. But 1 and 3 are said to be vertically opposite angles. 2 and 4 are said to be vertically opposite angles. So when two lines intersect each other, the two pairs of non-adjacent angles, these two are non-adjacent. These two are non-adjacent. These non-adjacent angles are called vertically opposite angles. Next, what is a transversal? A transversal is a line that intersects two lines at distinct points. Distinct means different points. See here, M and N are two lines, two non-parallel lines. there is a line in between this, there is a line L. This intersects M at the point A and this intersects N at the point B. So this line L is called a transversal. A transversal is a line which intersects two non-parallel lines at distinct points, different points. Here A and here B, it intersects them. Now we can see the angles formed by a transversal. See here, M is a line, N is a line. These two are non-parallel. L is a transversal. It runs intersecting them at 2 points here and here. Let us name these angles as 1, this as 2, this as 3, this as 4, this as 5, this 6, and this one as 7, and this one as 8. If a transversal meets two lines, 8 angles are formed at the point of intersection. See here, 4 angles are formed and here 4 angles are formed. So if a transversal meets two lines, totally 8 angles are formed at the point of intersection. Now what are the linear pairs of angles in a straight line? This is equal to 180 degrees. So 1 and 2 are known as linear pair. Here 3 and 4 are said to be linear pair. See this line, 2 and 3 are said to be linear pair. 1 and 4 are said to be linear pair. Come to this line, this is a straight line. 5 and 6 are said to be linear pair. 6 and 7 are said to be linear pair. 7 and 8 are said to be linear pair. 5 and 8 are said to be linear pair. Now what are the vertically opposite angles? 1 and 3 are vertically opposite angles. 2 and 4 are vertically opposite angles. 5 and 7 are vertically opposite angles. 6 and 8 are vertically opposite angles. Next, what are the corresponding angles? A pair of angles with different vertices lying on the same side of the transversal, lying above or below the line M and N are called corresponding angles. A pair of angles with different vertices lying on the same side of the transversal. See here, lying above or below the lines. Angle 1, angle 5. These are lying above the lines. This is angle 1 is lying above this line. Angle 5 is lying above the line on the same side of the transversal, same this side. So angle 1 and angle 5 are said to be corresponding angles. Like that, below, angle 4 and angle 8 are said to be corresponding angles. Come to this side, above, angle 2 and angle 6 are said to be corresponding angles. Angle 3 and angle 7 are said to be corresponding angles. Next, what are alternate interior angles? Angle 3 and angle 5, angle 4 and angle 6 marked on the opposite side of the transversal. See here, angle 3 and angle 5 alternate this side and this side, like that opposite side, 3 and angle 5, and lying between the lines M and N, between this line and this line. Angle 3 and angle 5 are alternate interior angles. Similarly, angle 4 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles. What about exterior angles? If they lie outside, angle 1 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 8, they are known as alternate exterior angles. Alternate means one will be this side and one will be this side. This side of this transversal and this side of this transversal. So angle 1 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 8 are alternate exterior angles. Next, what are co-interior angles? See here, angle 3 and angle 6 lying on the same or marked on the same side of the transversal are lying on the interior of the lines M and N and on the same side of the transversal. They will be marked on the same side of the transversal and will be lying interior in between these two lines. Angle 3 and angle 6 are said to be co-interior angles. Similarly, this side, angle 4 and angle 5 are said to be co-interior angles. What are co-exterior angles? If they are marked on the same side of the transversal and lying outside of the lines M and N on the same side of the transversal. They will be lying on the same side of the transversal but lying outside. So angle 1 and angle 8, angle 2 and angle 7 are co-exterior angles. Angle 1 and angle 8, angle 2 and angle 7 are known as co-exterior angles. Now we have seen all the different types of angles while a transversal cuts two non-parallel lines. Now what happens if the lines are parallel and are cut by a transversal? See, let us see here. These two are parallel lines. M and N are parallel lines. It is cut by a transversal. Again 8 angles are formed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When it comes to parallel lines, corresponding angles will be equal. What are the corresponding angles? Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. They will be equal. Angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. So angle 4 is equal to angle 8. This side, angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. Both are equal. Angle 3 and angle 7, both are corresponding angles, they will be equal. All the corresponding angles will be equal for two parallel lines. Next, alternate interior angles will be equal. What are the alternate interior angles? Angle 3 will be equal to angle 5, angle 4 will be equal to angle 6. Next, alternate exterior angles are equal. What are the exterior angles? Above the line. Angle 1 and angle 7 will be equal. Angle 2 will be equal to angle 8. Next, co-interior angles are supplementary. What are co-interior angles? They will lie in between the lines on the same side. Angle 3 plus angle 6. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary means when you add both the angles, they will be equal to 180 degrees. So, angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degrees. Similarly, this side, angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degrees. Similarly, co-exterior angles are also supplementary. What are the co-exterior angles? Lying above the line. Angle 1 plus angle 8 is equal to 180 degrees. Angle 2 plus angle 7 is equal to 180 degrees.